Hey everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. I was not going to do a video today. I had to take Tabby to the vet first thing this morning. Wasn't sure what time we were going to get back, but we got back in time for it. We were only gone an hour. Nothing really that we can detect is wrong with her except she may be having some teeth issues. But we don't know why that would be making her throw her food up. So we have her on amoxicillin with an additive that will hopefully prevent the nausea, and a different kind of cat food for now till we get her eating again. She's still being the little kid and wanting to snuggle, so I'm not in the room long today. If I sit down, she's in front of me or in my lap or whatever. So writing today is going to be fun. Anyway, video for today. You can see the postcard. I got a package today. I have a very small, and this is probably the smallest order I have ever gotten from Spectrum Art Creations. I don't think I've ever gotten an order from Spectrum Art Creations that came in a 9x12 envelope. Ever. So that's how small it was. We're going to start with, I have these postcards that are their design. These are Spectrum Art Creation postcards. You can see there's down here at the bottom. And they are Jane Austen themed. And they came in a package of, I ordered 3 of these. So these are going to go in my Jane Austen junk journal kit that I have going over here. In fact, Jane Austen is how I found out, one of the first introductions I had to Dear Julie Julie, was she had, I couldn't understand, everybody was talking about their Lady Jane kits. And I'm like, what are Lady Jane kits? So I did some digging and found out that they were Julie's versions of Jane Austen. And I also have a paper pad down here from Die Cuts with a View, which is Jane Austen themed. So I thought, well, I think I'm going to do a Jane Austen book. It seems appropriate since I'm a writer. Anyway, so, and then when I was cutting open the envelope, I cut open the little jewelry bag that was this size. And my butterflies came out, so I've got to get them put in another bag. But these will wind up as charms on my butterfly journals that I've been collecting stuff for. I hope to have those done and in the shop in the spring. And I won this set of these charms, these bezels, in gold. There are 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like there's 5 of them in there. And I went ahead and won these. Wasn't sure what I'd do with them, but I'm sure I could come up with something. Crystal effects and a printed image should take care of that. Oh, and a holiday journal. But then she brought out the silver ones, and there are 5 to a package. And I am a study of numerology, and I've been wanting to make a charm bracelet where I would have each one of the numerology cues in a charm. So this, I think, will be the perfect size for them to be big enough for me to still be able to read them. So I have 2 packages of those in silver, gives me 10. And then there were these package of napkins. And these are actually more of a tissue style. They're not really a napkin, they're more of a tissue style. I do have the napkins that match these. I believe these are from Michael's, not the craft store, the paper products company. And these will go lovely in my sea journal. And there were 2 of those in this envelope. So I can tuck that right in over there where I have my other. And they're not going to fold back up the way they came out of there. I can tuck them right away in with the other sea stuff that I have over there. And that was the idea of doing this journal, doing this video really quick, was because I want to get stuff put away as it comes in. And then there were these 2 playing cards. And these are also Spectrum Art Creations, and I got 2 of them in there. I thought these were perfect for a writer. So I have 2 of those. Writing of which I've not done much the last 3 days because all Tabby's wanted to do is snuggle. Another package of napkins. And I bought this entire package of napkins. They're Christmas themed. I needed cardinals for Cassie. I thought this was cute. Always use poinsettias. I didn't have any nutcrackers of any kind. And that's why I bought this, because every once in a while I get a card challenge that wants us to use a tin soldier or nutcracker. So now I have something I can use without having to buy a stamp. Then there was this winter woodland one with the geese and the wooden sleigh. I thought that was really pretty. And this one with the, I believe these are Amaryllis. They are. Amaryllis are great forcing bulbs in the wintertime. Usually find them in home improvement stores and in the garden centers about December, and then they'll bloom in January. Well, mine will bloom usually December or January, and then they will bloom again in the spring. I just repotted 2 of mine that had babies. I'm up to a total of 7. This one is very similar to a red lion, and then I have one similar to this, but it's more pink than red, and it's like a candy cane stripe. So I have napkins to go with my Amaryllis bulbs. Not that I needed them, but they're there. I just wanted those nutcrackers. And then we have our partridge in a pear tree. So that was my napkins collection. See if I can get these to fold back up the way they came out. I'll put them in their baggie until I can get them broke down and put in the napkin catalog. I may not even put them in the napkin catalog since I only have one of each. I may just put them in the napkin box. And then I got this package of Brad's. These are from the Eyelet Outlet. That's where she gets hers. But what I've done, and I've ordered from the outlet in the past, but what I have found is by the time I pay the shipping on a couple, 3 packages of Brad's, I'm sucked. So I just watch for her to get them in, and then they go in my box, and I'm not paying additional shipping. And these are little compasses, and these will go perfectly in both my Men Who Built America journal and in my Book of Shadows and in my, I know what I'm thinking, Downton Abbey. And then I have this. I have these 4 pieces from Scrap Mirror. Again, I needed the butterflies. And I love these. Now, this has the worn, torn wallpaper on the back. This one with the florals is white on the back. I thought that was interesting. And then we have several. We have a couple of these. This is their tag pad. And that. And then this one. And the buffalo check. And tickets. Now, did you know if you do not have a ticket punch that will match this, cut these out in rectangles and then use your 1/4-inch hole punch to notch your corners out, and you'll have perfect tickets. And then there were these 2 rice papers from the LTD collection. I have not looked at an LTD catalog in ages, and it's probably a good thing. But there was this one with the floors. I love this. And then there was this one. This is the one that caught me. I loved this. With the angels up here, the print. And then I looked at this, and this part here will fit perfectly in my Men Who Built America series. And if you've not seen that, it's running. It has run recently on the History Channel. You can always check Discovery Plus or Hulu or someplace like that and see if you can get it. It's a great story of the men who initially started building the commerce of America. You have Edison, you have J.P. Morgan, you have oh God, I cannot think of his name now. Andrew Carnegie. They were the builders, and one of them was, and I can't remember, I want to say it was Andrew Carnegie, was responsible for the initial bridge at St. Louis crossing the Mississippi River. And it was to prove to people that it was safe, he hired an animal trainer to walk an elephant across the bridge, because an elephant will not walk anywhere that it is not safe. And so people knew that if the elephant would walk across the bridge was safe. And that bridge still stands today. So check out the Men Who Built America series, and I'm going to be working on that journal after the first year. I have all the episodes. I let them run again and record again on the DVR so I could go back and take notes so that I knew what I want to incorporate into that. But I have been collecting a lot of items for that Men Who Built America series. Really a great series. Okay, that is me for today. I have some crafting to do, but Tabby's trip to the vet this morning, she's still not feeling the best. I think her mouth still hurts. We've determined that everything seemed fine except that she has some tartar down close to the gum and she may have a root exposed. And so she may be looking at dental work down the road. I've never paid for as much vet bills for my pets as I have for Tabby and Honeybee. And Honeybee goes in for dental work on Friday. So who knew that, you needed to take care of your dog's or cat's teeth? I thought that was only for the rich and elite, and apparently not, because I am neither one, but my animals are having difficulties with them. So Honeybee, I noticed he has what looks like a cavity in the side of one of his canines, and it's deep enough I can get my fingernail into it. So need to get that bonded or filled, or I hate to think of him pulling it since it's one of his main canines, but we'll see. Anyway, that is me for today. I will be back here tomorrow with day 2 of the collaboration, 5 Days of Christmas collaboration with Dear Julie, Junk Journal Every Day, and Cara Brandon Creations. I had forgotten about that video coming up tomorrow. And then Wednesday we have 10 on the 10, excuse me, Christmas cards. I'm using a retired die set from Stampin' Up, but I am using their current designer series paper, Heartwarming Hugs. So, time to get creative. I will see you back here tomorrow for 5 Days of Christmas. Creative blessings.